Hi, hey, I've got a poem that I'd like to read to you. It's no title. If you want to call it a title, call it Vaccines. And this is quite funny, really. It's meant to be on topic for a program I saw on TV the other day, RPA, it's a Royal Hospital or something, right? It's on Australian TV. And they had a case in there, and it was quite funny because the guy was clearly only had the flu, but you know, the propaganda machine that we all know is television likes to call it the swine flu. Oh, his lungs are full of swine flu. I mean, you know, just to look at it in an x-ray, it doesn't necessarily mean it's swine flu. So they give this guy a vaccine, and lo and behold, he gets sicker and ends up dying. And they say he died of swine flu. But he was stable, even if he did have the swine flu. And the swine flu, as we all know, and as it's all been leaked in the last sort of year, that the swine flu isn't as deadly as they're saying it is. I mean, the vaccine is more deadly than what they are letting us to believe, sorry. So I wrote a poem about it. And I don't know whether you like it, but here it is, and I'm gonna read it. I've got to look down, so if I'm not looking at you, I'm sorry. Vaccines are good to take today. When Big Pharma comes out and said, if you don't take your shot, you'll die. But now we see it's a big fat lie. Virus is released in our atmosphere. Then we are told there's something to fear. The swine flu pandemic was the start. The truth is there if you follow your heart. A chemical war is going on inside our bodies. That's no fun. Subjected to the barrage of drugs, ending up like snails and slugs. At least snails and slugs have a purpose. We think we do, but end up worthless. To Big Pharma and their war, we have the news. We'll take it no more. So, you know, that's just a little, very short poem, but I think it gets a message out that, you know, we're all waking up to this rubbish swine flu scam, just like we are the global warming scam, just like we are the terror scam, just like we are all the other scams that you can see unfolding in the news today. Right, I know I have another one here, and it's quite poignant really when you think that climate change seems to be the only hot topic in the whole of politics today. And climate change, if they pass climate change, it is not going to be anything to do with the climate as we know it. Nothing to do with it at all. It's all about destroying productivity. It's all about destroying industry. Excuse me. And deindustrialisation is going on right now, if we like it or not, and if you understand it or not. That is what's going on. And when you consider that all the people that you know who talk about climate change and so passionate about it, you know, do some research, man. Do some research outside of the IPCC. 2,500 scientists, man. There's more than probably 100,000 scientists in this world. More than that. Like, I mean, we're talking professional scientists who work on government levels. The IPCC doesn't have one scientist who's versed in climatology. They're all bureaucrats, every single one of them. And for them to come out with a report through the IPCC saying that, you know, climate change is the worst thing ever and we're doing it and it's all our fault and we should be taxed on it, because we're doing it. Well, no, actually we're not doing it. It's the companies that put all these industries in place that are doing it, and then trying to charge you again for all the revenue they're creating and getting on these new taxes. You know, it's just a tax on a tax. That's all it is. So anyway, here's my climate change poem. The world is changing in so many ways. When we see the oligarchs say climate change is threatening the earth to muscle in on their sacred turf, this is done so we feel helpless, to wait for someone else to fix this. But if we see through the facade, I am sure it wouldn't be so hard. Climate change is a natural progression, but for the powers to be, it's become an obsession. An obsession of fictitious numbers they dream up to make us drink from the same cup. So no one questions the final result, to move into the life of the occult. So, you know, as I say, it's these things are pretty bad, man. I've got heaps of poems that I've written, you know, and they're all on topic of why we are in a state that we're in. We're all being misdirected and blinded by falsehoods and lies that we now see as the truth, because it's been said to us so many times that we now believe it is the truth. It's like when you lie to yourself. You know, if you lie to yourself as many times and tell yourself the lie, you start believing it. You know, it's fantastic, really, the way the mind works and how easy it's manipulated. Because, you know, manipulating minds isn't hard. You know, you see it on the TV all the time. They bring out a new car and everyone wants it. That's just meant to be a natural thing, but it's not natural. Natural is something you think up on your own, not what someone else gives you, like the influences that there are in this world. The influences will tell you that you need it and you must have it, but no, that's not the way things work. So you can see the world is so upside down and confused. And, you know, when you're being led by psychopaths, basically, of governments, you know, telling us that, you know, we need to be surveyed, you know, on CCTV, and you need to have phone taps and wiretaps and all this sort of stuff, and body scanners and all this sort of rubbish. Oh, but you got to get them terrorists, man. The terrorists are like, you know, it's a boogeyman. I did paraphrase Gerard Salente, because Gerard Salente is just a brilliant man. He knows inside out, and he can see it clear as day, you know. But anyway, I've written another poem. I've written probably 100 poems, but this is one called Confused World. When I see the world today, it's full of confusion and disarray. We all try to follow step, only to find we are inept. Knowing how we should all be, it's hard for us, we cannot see. But if we took time for this, life would be our eternal bliss. For I feel this is possible, not merely a thought or even probable. We have the power to change our ways, not only for this, but for all days. So come on, people, let's stand together, no matter what, whatever the weather. I know we have it in our hearts, so make this day for us to start. There you go. I mean, these poems are simple, but they do send a message out. They get the word out there. You know, as there is a war on the mind, I've written this poem called Eye of the Mind. Words came to me from within. The forces of influence can't get in. The freedom of mind is what I use, what I call my inner muse. The mind's eye open, words flood in. bouncing around thoughtful tin. Clanking, clunking, jumble around, understand the words I found. Symbols, phrases are new to me, put them together with a sense of glee. Knowing these things all around, sending us messages with no sound. Waiting for the next to come, amidst all the confusion and humdrum. Decoding the flow of what I mean will always keep my mind's eye clean. Just a few there I thought you like to hear. But anyway, keep seeking the truth and the truth will come. Thanks everyone.